Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Yes, today we have Invincible Season 4. No long talks. Lot the f in. Grab your snack if you need it. Now let's get into it. Boom, we start in space and our dog Mark is just hovering around whatever alien he just packed up. He gets up and then flies back to Earth. We also see Cecil again coming out of this purple pool, a fake ass Lazarus pit. Now on Earth there's a bug, a giant robot, and this Fugazi speedster causing some damage. The speedster's hiding behind a tree, but Mark grabs him through the tree and takes him out. Now the big one's about to take out these civilians, but Oliver pulls up and body checks him to the ground. Damn, everyone seems super depressed this season. But honestly, after facing Conquest and all those Mark variants, fair. Back to Cecil, he's like, damn, we've been facing back to back threats. We dead can't catch a break. We move to Mark and he just pulled up home. He's dealing with some serious PTSD from those fights last season. And because he had to see his shots get beat up bad. He gets a call and he tells Oliver, hey, there's a villain out. We gotta go deal with him. Let's go right now. Oliver tells him, broski, I'm playing ranked rivals right now, okay? I'm not coming. This is serious. Hold on, were you not just begging me to fight? Now you don't want to fight? Yeah, alright. Oliver tells him, I've been fighting all day. Let me just chill. It ain't my fault everything's fucked up. Invincible's about to get pissed, but his mom tells him to chill. Why don't you just take the night off? Nah, I can't. They look at me like I'm Vaughn or something. I don't have the luxury to take a night off. Back to Cecil, he wants everyone to join the Guardians again. We remember what you did to Mark. How can we trust you? Who says you won't do something like that to us? Listen, the man was too strong for his own good. Did y'all not see his variants? They were all demons and none of them were good. I had to do what I had to do. But he really wants the team back to show the world that even after facing all that, we're still good. With that, they all agree and Brit's in command. Rudy's like, hold on, you want this old ass as a leader, not me? He's about to drop any second now. Yeah, you left the Guardians, remember? You gotta earn my trust again before I can let you lead. Big Monting, I will start my own shit. Cecil. All my homies hate Cecil. We cut to Mark and he lands in front of these workers. He's like, yo, did you guys request any help from Invincible? From Invincible? That guy? Hell no. And someone says, they didn't, but I did. Let me thank you for that war you caused. You gave us what no one else could. Fewer mouths to feed. Damn. Invincible's like, what the hell is going on? Then he just gets punched and it's a fucking dinosaur? What is actually going on? He throws a boulder. Invincible dodges, but the dino grabs his leg and throws him. He ain't done. He goes to bite again, but Invincible blocks and gives him a dirty punch. The dinosaur says, you think I picked this moment by accident? And he goes and bites the man's armor off. But that don't mean nothing to Invincible. He's really stronger without it, to be honest. He goes in punching, but the dino hits him with a rude tail. Mark looks up and the dinosaur's coming from above trying to hit him. Okay, but Big Monting, why is the dinosaur so small? This is like a midget ass dinosaur. Now it goes in one last time. And Invincible's had enough of this Jurassic shit, so he sends the man flying. He goes through the dust ready to pack him up for good, but it's just some regular guy now? Mark grabs him and he says, where the hell is that dinosaur? Listen, the dinosaur is me, but it's not me, it just takes over. Okay, so basically he's like a dino midget version of the Hulk, cool. But he asks him for help because he don't want to live like this no more. Mark's already vexed, he wants this dino man dead, but last minute the Guardians show up and tell him, just chill broski. So he stops, walks by them, and just flies off. After that, he goes and sees his shots and they're taking requests for help under the Invincible Corp. I hear it though, keep all the bread for yourself, F the system. Then they go have dinner with her parents, and I actually hate this guy. He's already hating on Mark. He says, aren't you the one who destroyed Chicago? Oh wait, it wasn't just you, your pops was there too. Y'all were having some father-son bonding, a lie? He's too old to be complaining about having no job in 2026. Go chase a bag, bro. But they have a talk outside and he says, listen, that's still my little girl, okay? You'll get it when you have kids of your own. But the only 2 times she's almost died was because of you. Damn. I would say he should leave her, but like, she's also top 3 hero on Earth. We need her. Eve gives Mark coffee and it tastes like shit, but it also disintegrates in the sink. Hold on. No way she's losing her powers. We go underground to these workers and they're looking for whatever's clogging the pipes and they see a door open. They keep walking and something runs by them. Man says, oh, don't worry, that's just a rat. Like, that was not Stuart and them, man. After seeing that, bro's like, yeah, I'm cutting right now. But something grabs him and takes over him. Then all these people with these stars on their face come up, and then the other guy gets taken over too. Nah man, why is there actually so much of them? And genuinely, I don't know why anyone would work in the sewers in the Invincible universe. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see some monster down there. Get a different job. But then the main one says, it's time. We move to this green gal landing on the street. Hold on, Gamora? She takes out all the lights everywhere. Then she flies off with the quickness to find the strongest source of power on the earth. We also see this bum who's still with Mark's mom. I actually hate this guy.
Should have been me, not him!
But Eve says, Mark, we got another villain request to deal with upstate. Let's move. At the same time, this guy on the street sees something move from the sewers and one of those stars comes out. He's like, the hell is that shit? Then they just start flooding the place everywhere. This actually looks gross, I'm not gonna lie. Back to Gamora. She's threatening these guys to raise the machine to its max so she can take the power. She's like, you have so much power. I could sense you from light years away. Chill, shorty, this is powering everything on the East Coast. She don't care, she rocks with the West. And she starts taking the power herself. It starts to charge up more and more. And at the same time, Mark and Eve are about to pull up. We move to Cecil and the blackout is spreading faster than COVID. Yo, who do we have on this? Donald tells him Eve and Invincible are gonna go deal with her. They got their little own business on the side. I know they're actually hating, but Cecil says, alright, give them some troops for backup. But then they see those star aliens flooding the streets, so they gotta deal with that first. Back to Mark. He goes in and gives Shorty a dirty punch in the wall. She picks up her staff, gets back up. She says, who the hell do you think you are? Me? Listen, my people are dying without this energy. Okay, well you're killing my people for this energy. Does that make sense? F your people. And she blasts him in the wall. Eve goes in with the scythe, Grim Reaper style, and they clash. But then her scythe disappears. She brings out 2 blades. Well, same thing, they disappear too. And now Gamora is about to hit her. She better not actually die. Now back outside, people are getting controlled by these things. They're actually taking over. Nobody is safe. Cecil's agents pull up and make a dome to trap them. Now the plan is to use this device to shock them off the people and then teleport the civilians away. But if one of them escapes, the planet is cooked. Back to Eve. She's about to get hit, but Mark ain't letting his shots get hurt. He hits her to the ground, grabs her staff, but it literally fries him. She goes to attack him, but Eve goes on demon time and gives her a dirty punch, knocking her out. Back to the Guardians. They go in, teleporting the humans away. But the main one shows up and they start trying to break the barrier. Cecil goes and asks Eve and Mark for help, but Eve's powers still don't work, so just Mark goes alone. At the same time, Rudy's like, nah, I'm detecting something underground. Let me go see Wagwan there. So he goes underground and there's just hella monsters moving. He peeks the corner and he sees Shorty being controlled, so he shocks her. She wakes up and says, behind you, and someone hits him in the head. Now after getting knocked out, he wakes up, but the monsters catch him. No way he's about to get taken out. They grab him and a monster's about to attach to him, but he bites bro's hand, shoots the girl, shoots the guy, and then shoots himself last minute, saving everyone. Back on the surface, Invincible's had enough. He grabs the main guy. The barrier's about to break. Bulletproof is coming to help, but it won't be in time, and Invincible says I'm sorry and punches bro's head off. Now we move to the man himself, Conquest, underground. He says, the boy really left me alive? What a dumbass, and he breaks free, goes in space smiling, then he just flies away. And Cecil's watching this, he's like, shit, honestly, Cecil. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Cecil's actually been selling. Now we start in Viltrumite and we learn this emperor was backdoored by the betrayer, and all his heirs are gone. This teacher says, why was the purge a blessing? The kids are like, the purge was a blessing because it made us stronger. We don't need weak in our ranks. Yeah, these guys actually need help for real. They're actually conditioning kids. They say all is ours, and then he sends the kids away, but 2 other Viltrumites pull up on him and stare him down. They go in attacking. He hits them away. Then Shorty gives him a rude knee in the face. This guy gives him a choke, and she says, did you forget? You're about to be an adult. If you survive though. And bro says, I didn't forget, mother? Hold on, your parents are doing this to you? Yeah, Viltrum needed to go. He breaks free, hits his mom, but they just come back and start dogging him. He's not done though. He sprays dust and hits his mom away. Then he goes at his pops, but they just start dogging him again. The fight's over, but the mom wants to keep attacking. Like, what is wrong with her? She says, you're soft just like him, and then she leaves. The pop says, get up, you're an adult now. Hold on, this is Omniman? He goes to get his uniform and the commander tells them, you're about to go across the world and start your mission. What the, how's my cousin in the show, bro? Then one of the cadets' nose starts bleeding. Then it just starts bleeding bad. Damn, they get hit with a virus or something? He falls to the ground and another one falls to the ground. Then people just start dying left and right. The commander says, Don't worry, this will only make us stronger. But then he dies too, not my cousin. What is going on? The Grand Regent says, put the sick in quarantine and kill anyone who knows about our weakness. There's literally so much of them that died, it's not even funny. Somehow though, Nolan survives, but he's skinny as hell. He needs to eat something. This is how my homeboy looked when he looked through his shorty's phone after she went to Houston for spring break. True story. Nolan even sees his pops dead, and we learn billions of them actually died. And to make matters worse, any offspring that they have will be inbred or have deficiencies. Damn. Because they have no people right now. It's the end of their race. But the Grand Regent's like, we're not going out like that. We're meant to rule. Now back to the present, Alan's like, damn, I almost feel bad for you. And we learned their missions weren't only to conquer the planets, but also to find suitable planets where they can find Gal to Clark and then repopulate Viltrum. He says, I did succeed with Mark. He's almost stronger than me. Now they take their ship and get to Telescria. They sneak in and Alan goes and links with his shorty. He tells her Wagwan and how Nolan's here and she instantly shoots at him. See, that's a real Gal. They go to meet the leader and he tells them how there's only 50 Viltrumites left. Huh? Only 50? Let's pull up on them right now. Let's smoke those youths today. But Nolan don't believe this guy's a real Viltrumite. But he says he already did the Tulloch pull with Alan. Yeah, someone let me know what that even means.
Guess I don't know.
Why have I never heard of me? Oh, you've heard of me. Bloodclot, you're the who backdoored the leader. Yeah, that's me. I was the first one to turn my back on our people. I'm the OG. They decide to go get some weapons that Nolan said are Viltrumite's weaknesses. But Thetis tells them, we need to keep this on the lows, we still got a spy amongst us. So they take a secret rundown ship and go there. First they're gonna go get this weapon, so they blast off. While they're driving to the destination, this guy literally drives into an asteroid field. So Nolan says, alright, let me and Alan just go down and see Wagwan ourselves. So they get in and get to this cave and we find the weapon just laying there. He goes to touch it, but it just flies back. Hold on, did someone just use the force? They take these boulders off and the man is still alive. He goes and unloads the switch on them. Alan and Nolan go to attack, but he's low-key dealing with them bad. And he shoots it again. Nolan goes to attack, but he calls his bike and pulls the switch. Alan says, chill. We ain't come here to fight. The coalition is going to take out Viltrum. Come help us out. You left me to die here for 100 years. No Gyal, nothing. You think I'ma believe you? My bad, twin. I was a different person back then. We're gonna make sure that don't happen. And he decides to actually help them, which is crazy. I would have slimed Nolan out right then and there. Now the next planet is a day away. They get there and they're looking for these beetles because there's a compound in their shell that can make Viltrumites weak. Next, we move to another planet and the species here was a real threat to the Viltrumites, so they literally moved their planet closer to the sun so their water would evaporate. Like, they actually needed to go. On the next planet, they literally hired another race to take them down. Like, we can't even fight our own battles now? Ain't that what you guys are about? But there is a person from their race on Earth who will help them too. You know, if you're gonna have a battle, you need the OG smoke demon himself, Battle Beast, to help you. So they pull up on his planet. He's not there anymore either. He's out there looking for another battle. It's the next day and they have one more planet to visit. Nolan says even Viltrumites are scared of Ragnars. I was the only survivor of the research team. And they leave to go see Wagwan. They land on the ground and the gravity's strong as hell. And the Viltrumites put up a disc to freeze their entire planet so they wouldn't be able to move anymore. So now they just need to get one of those frozen Ragnars and put it on the ship so they can take it back. So what do you think the captain does? He literally goes and blows up the disc, like, alright. Nolan says we gotta get him to the ship before they thaw out. He's carrying it, but it literally breaks free and slashes him to the ground. Then all of them start to break. Yeah, GG's. They go to fly away, but the Ragnars are like, where y'all think you're going? They grab them and start swarming them bad. Alan starts to get away, but Nolan gets grabbed down again. He says, leave me, Twizzy. Go be with your shots. But we know Alan's always gonna slide for his dog. So he comes down to help and they start fighting. But even more of them break free and they're just getting dogged bad. It's looking like a GG no read. Last minute, his shots comes and blocks the sun, and the Ragnars freeze over. And with that, they escape. On the ship, Nolan's feeling conflicted about taking his people out. He thinks they paid their price for their crimes, and they did some good. Like, I promise you, your good does not outweigh the bad, gang. Alan says, listen, your people could have stopped when they got that virus, but they actually went harder, so they really need to go for real.
It's time to go!
Everything they collected. Thetis is like, Nolan, we're still cooked, aren't we? Yeah, even though we got all these weapons friends and teammates and the Viltrumites are weaker, they're still dogs, they're still stronger than us. All their conquered planets are still gonna fight with them out of fear. Listen, broski, we need you and your son to help us, but Nolan don't want his son getting hurt. Theta says, alright, let me show you something. They walk in this room and Nolan's like, what the hell is this place? He says, this is my greatest sin. And in there is the Scourge virus, but it's improved. If he releases this, no one will survive. We learn he's the guy who created it. Nolan hits him to the ground and says, do you know what you did? You killed hella people. Yeah, I did. And we did the same to others. He gets pissed and he's about to punch him, but he stops himself. He says, why would you do that? They just tells him, listen, I killed the Emperor because I thought the Manim would change without him, but I was wrong. Don't worry though, this virus is only a last resort. And Nolan decides to leave to go get his son. We move to Conquest, going to meet Thrag, and he says, I'm sorry I got defeated by that Ute and that witch. Please end me and set an example, Grandmaster Thrag. But Thrag says, nah, you ain't done. You still got work to do, old ass. Like, words can't even describe how much I hate Cecil, man. Cause now they're about to pull up on Earth and cause damage. We cut to Cecil and Donald, and they're looking at Mark smoke that guy in 4K. And Donald's like, broski, don't judge him, you would've done the same thing. Yeah, but I'm not half Viltrumite. Like, stop hating on him. He saved the world. Guardians get back to HQ and Rudy's like, Invincible should've waited. Bulletproof says, nah, he did the right thing. If he didn't, the whole planet would be cooked right now. Nah, the dome would've held. Gang, you don't even know that. Monster Girl tells them both to chill. After that, Rudy gets pissed and he leaves. He goes in the shower, then the man just starts coughing bear, and he coughs some more, and he coughs up one of those monsters.
I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
It goes to attack him, but last minute Monster Girl crushes it. He's like, you weren't here? I would have been controlled and we would have all been cooked. And they're both like, shit, maybe Mark was right and we need to end these guys once and for all. We move to Mark and he's still thinking about how he packed up that innocent man. We cut to Eve and she's trying to use her powers right now, but every time she tries to make something, it just falls apart. Shorty starts crying. Then someone comes knocking on Mark's door and it's Donald. He says, what's good, broski? Cecil wants to talk. Now he goes to the Pentagon and Cecil tells him, listen, you made the right choice. I would have done the same thing. Okay, so why am I here? Because that ain't you. You not a killer. You ain't your pops. Listen, you don't gotta work for me, but when you gotta decide about who lives or dies, you can rely on me. Like Cecil, no one's relying on you, gang. At the same time, Donald tells the scientist, listen, Invincible is here, but St. Clair wants to do something before he goes. He opens up the room, walks to Invincible and says, I'm sorry for what I did to your homies. I'm changed. Mark tells him, get the hell out of my face, boy. I don't want to hear shit from you. So St. Clair leaves and Mark leaves too. He goes home, meets with Eve, and she tells him, I can't use my powers anymore. Starts bawling even more. Then Invincible Inc. calls, but he can't do no hero work right now. So Oliver says, don't worry, I got y'all. How much bread am I getting paid though? Titan and this guy are talking and he says, don't worry, the kid's about to come through. We're taking Liu out once and for all. Then Oliver knocks on the window. He says, y'all called? But Titan tells him, no Invincible, no deal. Oliver says, don't worry about all that. Whatever Invincible can do, I can do too. We move to Eve and Rex is analyzing her. He says, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see nothing wrong with you. But then something starts beeping and a portal opens up and holy, it's these guys again. They actually don't rest. They come out the ship and just start unloading the switch on these people and putting collars on them and taking them into their ship. After seeing this, the Guardians get on a ship and they get ready to fight the Flaxans. They only won last time because Omniman went and beat them up in their own dimension. But this time, they got someone better. They got the leader jumps out the ship, goes down fighting them, and so does Mark. But then he gets hit by a robot? Damn, Mark can never catch a break. He gets hit into this building, and they're just jumping him bad. Then the Flaxans throw a grenade, and the leader jumps on it to save everyone. The issue is they need to find that emitter and destroy it, because if they don't, more and more Flaxans will keep pouring in, and they'll just win just by the amount of numbers they have. Back to Oliver, he takes Titan to this abandoned building and we see this old man on life support. Oliver's like, listen, I don't fight the elderly. Oh, I'm old, eh? Watch this. And the man turns into a giant dragon? What in the Jake Long American Dragon is going on, man? He goes in attacking, but they both dodge. Then Oliver goes and punches him in the mouth and body checks him. Now these two are going at it, and Titan's low-key getting cooked. The dragon roars, goes to bite Oliver, and hits him to the ground. It's about to crush him, but he dodges last minute. Dragon ain't done though, it throws him to the ground. Yeah, he really takes after his bro, just getting beat up. So Oliver gets away and calls Eve. He says, I need help. get Mark. But Mark's busy getting jumped bad right now. Robot can't find the emitter, so he says, I got a plan. Him and Monster Girl go in running and they go right in the portal. He finds the emitter on the other side and tells Monster Girl, hey, save as much people as you can. So they go in, taking these guys out one by one. But he gets shot from behind. He throws a bomb at the emitter and it explodes. Last minute, saving everybody. Back to Mark, he keeps fighting the monsters, but then their suits just start to disintegrate because the emitter's gone, and everyone just starts to get old and die. Robot tells them all, man them, we need to take them out right now, or next time they come, we're not winning. So they all run in to go to the portal, but one of the Flaxans sees this, runs on the other side and destroys the portal. So Monster Girl and Rex are just trapped there with all the enemies. Yeah, GG's. Back to Oliver, the dragon finds him again and goes to attack, but Invincible comes and gives him a dirty punch. They just start 2v1ing the monster bad. Mark picks him up and throws him on the ground. Liu tells his homie, hey, go get my body, and he picks them up and they leave. They want no smoke with Invincible. Mark realizes it was Titan who got Oliver involved this whole time, so he goes and starts beating him up bad. Oliver's like, broski, chill, and they both leave. After that, Titan goes to join the order to protect his family, but Liu also joins too, so they both just got played. Now we move back to Mark and he wakes up. He walks in the hallway, he sees the light on in the bathroom, and Eve's in there. He goes to open it, but she shuts it. She's like, I'm good in here, don't worry. But Shorty's looking at a pregnancy test, and she's pregnant? Nah, this is crazy. This is why her powers don't work. But if they have a kid, this is gonna be the most broken kid ever. She's about to be Ichigo. Alright, that's all for this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Yes, Invincible Season 4 is here. Let me know if you guys want to see any more Invincible, and I'll keep doing it. We got, what? So yeah, I'll get on that if you guys want it. Yesterday we posted a JJK video, so go check that one out for your boy. And Monday we posted from season 2. Check that one out on the second channel as well. Link is in the description. As always, let me know what else you guys want to see. I heard Steel Ball Run was going crazy, so we might have to do that. I don't know when episode 2 is coming out though, so we'll see when that comes out. I might do a double with 1 and 2. But yeah, appreciate all the love and all the support. We're gonna keep grinding, keep going, we're never slowing. Giveaway end of the month, stay tuned for that. Keep suggesting stuff you guys want to see, whether it's anime, non-anime, real life type TV shows, movies for the second channel. Just holla at your boy, let me know. In the Discord as well, we're growing pretty good over there. And yeah, appreciate all y'all boys. We're gonna keep grinding. IRL content, I think we're gonna do that pretty soon. Probably this year. I don't know about soon, but this year for sure. So stay tuned for that, and I appreciate all you guys supporting your boy. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace!